Sounds real?
Sounds real.
Sounds real. And I'm Sounds Real.
And I'm Sounds real.
And on today's show, we're going to talk about dead feathers. And not only dead feathers, we were lucky enough
That's right.
to
We're bouncing back and forth.
watch
Public Memory.
I was hoping you'd remember.
Yeah,
Get it?
I did remember.
Get it? Get the pun? Get the
I got it.
words?
I got it.
All right. So let's start off with Dead Feathers. We saw Dead Feathers first.
We saw Dead Feathers first, yes.
And one thing I got to say, this was at the Mona Bar.
Mona Bar
Never been there?
and Rosewood.
First experience.
Experience.
First timers.
Yeah. So for my first experience walking into the Mona Bar, walking in, it's very cool. It's a downtown bar, has a very cool vibe. Kind of reminds me of like an Austin bar for some reason. Has a very old school feel to it. Got some nice artwork on the walls and stuff. And yeah, it's a very chill place too. And
yeah, I liked it.
I liked it. I did. So definitely want to see more shows there.
Oh, and they are.
Yo, I'm sure we are.
We missed one too.
But,
but anyway, yeah, I liked it. I liked the fact that both bars had different themes.
yes.
They were just totally opposite.
Yeah, the Rose was very upscale.
Yeah.
At least that's what I felt. I walked in and I go, ooh, it's fancy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it was more modern.
Yeah, it was
Modern style, you know, the
Yeah.
little type of weird benches and
Oh
seating
yeah, the
and-
cocktail tables were like the
Yeah.
triangles.
So it was a different experience. Both of them were really cool,
yeah,
and both of them do have a little stage area. Both of them were very like vertical.
yeah, like narrow.
Vertical
Like
style.
it goes in. It's not wide.
Yeah,
Yeah. So they have the Mona was like a punk rock bar. Well, they're playing punk rock. What is this? Maybe that's why I think it's more of a punk rock bar. Had that punk rock feel though.
I liked it.
Yeah, I totally dug it.
So okay, Dead Feathers played psych rock.
Psych rock, totally
Really
dug
good stuff.
them. Yeah, they were jamming out. They got elements of doom in them. They got a little bit of elements of stoner, but they're you could hear a lot more of that '60s influence of that
Female singer.
female singer psych that psych rock that jam that they're kind of Jefferson Airplane maybe, you know, yeah kind of like
Early-
that. The
earlier stuff?
early Jefferson Airplane kind of reminded me of that type of style that they're kind of doing, kind of psychedelic.
I liked it.
Yeah, they
They did a
jammed.
really good set.
Yeah,
They
they were
just
very
jammed.
cool.
They jammed a lot. And in fact, Jack was like, "Oh, this starting." I go, "No, that's the sound check, dude.
Oh yeah,
That's the
that's
sound
right.
check. The sound check sounded
Sound
just like
check.
they're jamming."
Yeah,
And I was like, "No, trust me, they're sound checking." Then
That's
they started
right.
playing, and it's like, "Oh yeah, you're right." That was funny. But I like their stuff.
I do too.
And once again, I had to drag Jack to this one.
Oh,
I said, "Come on, Jack, Dead Feathers." He's like,
I want to sleep. No, that's
it's
not
raining.
true.
It's raining.
Oh, and it was raining. There was a
Oh,
downpour that
it's-
night.
We
Yeah,
can't. We don't have our kayaks. I'm like, come on, dude. Don't be like that.
yeah, it was.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it was very
luckily-
cool. We went. I'm glad we went.
yeah, that was a really good night. So yeah, they played,
And that was fun too, bouncing around.
and I like the fact that both bars actually did the times pretty much so that you
They
could
were staggered.
catch- yeah,
They were
catch
staggered.
both
So you
main
get,
acts.
yes.
So after Dead Feathers played, and I like the fact that they just jammed. They just jammed. Just
Yeah, they were.
really good. And we went. So after that, we went to the Rosewood.
Yes.
We caught Public Memory. We just caught their first song, I believe.
I'm
They
not
were-
sure.
They were already playing.
They're already playing though.
And wow, another one. I had to drag Jack. Come on,
Whatever.
Come on, Jack. Jack was like, oh, I don't know. Well, you were a little apprehensive on this one.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you even wanted to go to Mona already. You're like, okay, well, I'll get a beer or I'll stay for the first two songs, and you stayed pretty much. For the whole
yeah,
set.
I said, and that was just, I did myself a disservice. I really didn't know anything about these guys. You were talking about how cool they were, so I went with you, kind of say, okay, I'll check them out, and I guess I had a preconceived, I don't know what I was thinking, what they were gonna sound like,
Yeah.
and they kind of blew me away.
Yeah.
They
There
kind
was
of,
two piece.
yeah, they kind of changed.
And wow.
Well, describe what you thought, and I'll tell you what I think.
Man, it was like, to be honest, it was like a mixture of I don't know. It makes true. I don't want to say so much dark wave because it really wasn't.
Well, there's
But
elements.
there's elements of dark wave, elements of crop rock.
Yeah.
I like that crop rock, and just like goth and doom, and it's just
But not in the sense that it was goth. Well, goth, yeah, but the doom was more of not so much doom.
no,
I
maybe
want to
not,
say
maybe not.
no,
But yeah, it was gothy,
it was goth.
and I'll has that retro feel. It had that. Oh, I made an analogy. I made the comparison of reminded me of
Goblin,
Goblin.
Goblin.
Goblin, that
Hmm.
synth back in the '70s style where they just kind of they jam out, and but this had singing,
Yeah,
so they added the singing element, which was really good. I liked it, and I don't know, I really enjoyed that show. It was just a blast.
yeah. For me personally, it had a lot of like soundtrack style of music.
Oh, there you go.
Goblin influenced, obviously. Tangerine Dream influenced, you know,
Mhm.
but with a strong driving beat. If the and it was like some of the songs had this really industrial,
Real,
almost
yeah, there
an
you go.
industrial
Real
beat
dark
to it,
too. I
very
like it had a
dark.
dark feel.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. So
Moody.
if you could kind of wrap your mind around how that would sound, maybe have like a Tangerine Dream type of Goblin with singing, and then back it up with an industrial, heavy, industrial sounding beat. That's pretty much
Yeah,
what you got from them. Well, at
Goblins.
least for me.
Goblins touring, by the way.
I would
That would have
love
been
to see
awesome to have
them.
them stop by. But
Yeah, yeah,
anyway, but yeah, it was a really awesome concoction of just all those different types of elements, and it just really set the tone that night. And everybody, there was actually a really good crowd
yeah. It was.
watching
I was
it.
way in the back. I couldn't really
Yeah,
see them. I was like, oh.
and oh yeah, I took some footage. I uploaded on Instagram.
Mhm.
Really good stuff. I have some more footage too. Actually, I just haven't
Do
shared
you know what
yet.
that club needs though? It's fog.
Fog.
So
They need to fog it up.
Rosewood, get some fog in
You guys
there.
need to fog it up for
You
those
got,
shows.
yeah,
Those gothic type.
that would be very cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, really good show. And they were selling vinyl, and I saw vinyl, and that's really
Yeah.
cool, and some CDs. But what I was trying to say, going back, these guys, man, they were all over the place. You know, they had drums, they had a little drum set, and they were both on their Korgs.
Hmm.
They're synthing it up, and they were just doing that and playing. I mean, both of them were playing drums. It was just crazy up on
Yeah,
stage. It was
they
awesome.
had acoustic drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a really good set, and I could, versus the CD, I could tell right away it was just a different experience,
Hmm.
because you have the live instruments right there,
How cool is that?
and yeah,
Yeah.
that's just an awesome experience.
And that's why you got to go see these bands live. You got to support like actually going to see a band live.
Yeah,
It's not the same experience as just streaming it or listening to CDs. When you see a band live, it really becomes you're connected to the music. Now you're a participant in that environment, and it becomes for some people spiritual. For me it is in some certain venues and certain times where
it
I've been
comes
there.
alive.
It comes alive, and you are actively participating in that. And I think live versus that's why live music is so much better. I think than when you listen to it on a CD or even streaming. Because
Especially streaming.
especially streaming,
Yeah.
and because you actually experience it, you're actually part of that community at that time. Anyway, that's my rant for the day.
And
So
so Jack left a little bit earlier.
I did.
I stayed till the last song on Public Memory, and your take on this brew.
This brew.
I know
Well, we
you
had seen.
liked it a lot.
I dig this
We saw him
brew.
last year.
We saw them last year, and
Awesome, amazing set.
amazing set. This set was a little different.
Yeah,
So I'm very curious to kind of follow them now.
very rambunctious.
Oh yeah, they were
Nice.
noisy.
Loved it though.
Yeah,
Loved
they
it.
were.
They just.
They were extremely noisy
I
that
thought he was gonna
night.
break his bass.
Yes,
Wow.
they were. So a lot of jazz going on, a lot of jazz, a lot of prog, but it was very abrasive, very in your face. The songs were experimental and noise rock. Yeah, exactly. So it was a little different from what I experienced the first time I saw them, where they're more post rock, a little more doom, and this time was just really, yeah. really noisy.
explosion
An
happened
explosion.
at the Mona. This was at the
Yes.
Mona, by the way.
Yeah.
Right after Dead Feathers, and I think after Public Memory was Bullet Ballet. Again, they played.
Yeah,
So
we missed out on that.
Yeah, we had to go.
We had to leave
Work.
once again. Yeah, due to
Damn work.
circumstances beyond our control.
But yeah, really, really good set, and we're gonna probably go again
Mhm.
soon to the Mona because Mona is actually hosting another band. I like Lung. And
That should
that's
be
gonna
soon.
Very interesting.
That should be soon.
And sounds real.
Sounds real.
Share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're out.
We're out.